Bring that ass back like a boom, 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 boom.
Alright folks, this is Supernova. This is a video regarding the alerts and the watch list that I'm posting right now. Decided to do it this way so you're prepared and you know in advance what to expect. This is one of the core promises of boom traders as well. So I really think that this is going to be beneficial for you and for me as well. So once I do my scans, I set my alerts, and these are some of the levels that I come with. And from here on, what I would suggest you guys do is, because I don't want you guys to really follow any alert that I do blindly, I want you guys to understand what you're trading, the risks involved, and see the setups for yourself. I would suggest you first go for a daily, weekly setup. And as you see in the alerts, we have, for example, CVS. So CVS has a buy point of 109. When I did my scanning, I've set the alerts right here, and of course I posted it in Discord as an alert that I'm going to be buying CVS at 109. Now this is the setup. If you don't like it, skip it. If it's not something that is for you, if you don't like healthcare stocks, if you don't like CVS in particular, or you have some other concerns about this stock, for example, this week right here is something that worries me a little bit, but then looking at the volume, it's a very low volume candle, so I don't really think this is major resistance, maybe reaction to some news, but anyway, the stock to me looks okay to trade. So I'm posting for you guys a 109 buy point. And from here on, what I actually do and what is really important for me is I go to my intraday setup. This is on one monitor only, the intraday setup. I have two 15-minute charts, and on top of them, which you can toggle with this always on top watch list to on Thinkorswim. I have the watch list for the long setups and the watch list for the short setups. So basically this chart right here is connected to this watch list, this chart right here is connected to this watch list. And from here, what I do is I monitor all the alerts that I've placed. Now, as you probably already know from prior videos, I also set alerts on Thinkorswim for the alerts to go to my email and to my phone. And that's just a secondary tool that I use to remind myself if I miss something in the watch list, or if I miss something right here on the screen, I know that my phone ringing or my email alert arriving, I will check it again and I'll see if it matches the conditions that I need to look for here so I can trade it. Now, there are two ways to go about with the alerts and how to trade them. First way is you don't care about the intraday chart, you just set the alerts as I did. Most of the platforms do have some sort of alerting system to your phone or to your email. Either way, it doesn't really matter. So you set the alert. Once the alert hits, you look at the chart. If it's acting fine, is there enough volume for a breakout? Because usually breakouts are accompanied by large increase in volume, and this is what you need. So if it has the conditions like breaking out the level and good volume, you can buy it and set your stop loss at the lowest part of the breakout candle. You can do this by the end of the day, so market is closing in 30 minutes, you look at it, candle is still holding pretty well, you just buy it, set your stop loss at the lowest point of the candle, and that's it, forget about it. Alternatively, what I do, because I stay in front of the computer throughout the trading day, I use the opening range breakout. There's a different video for that explains what an opening range breakout is. You can find it in our section for education in our Boom Discord server. But what I will explain to you right here are the tabs that you see here on my watch list. So I have the ticker, I have the last price it's traded for, I have the change in percentages, I have the relative volume. So this is a relative volume indicator that measures each 5 minutes the volume for those 5 minutes, and if those 5 minutes are continuing with the same accelerated volume inflow, what would be the volume for this candle at the end of the day compared to the 20-day average in terms of volume. So what you see right here, if you see KHC, Kraft Heinz, it finished at about 55.97% volume relative to the 20-day. So basically that's a dry up situation. Volume is less than 20-day moving average volume, and that indicates that there is no conviction in terms of buyers nor sellers. If you look at XPOF, for example, you have 338.9, which is darkish red, and that's huge volume increase. And if this continues throughout the day, you're going to be ending up with 338.9% volume related to the 20-day moving average on the volume. So huge volume coming in XPOF, and this is something that I'll definitely be interested in. I haven't ordered all the tickers. I have them ordered by volume because volume for breakouts is important. Opening range breakout. This is basically showing me regarding the 15-minute chart that you see right here below. This is my opening range breakout chart. So it's basically telling me if it's above, it means that once price opened, it opened right here, it made a dip, then gapped up, made a dip, and lastly, price at the end of the day actually was able to finish above the high of this candle. So we are above the opening range candle, which is 15 minutes in this case. For example, for Expedia, you can see the price opened right here, and now we are right here. So we are below, and it shows me below the opening range breakout. I just use it for notification because I don't do anything in the first 15 minutes. I just wait for the opening range to form, and then I trade. Last but not least, we have the DCR, which is the daily closing range, and this pertains more to the daily candle, not to the 15-minute candle. But the DCR is basically telling me that the candle closed or is closing at the moment at 95.93% of its range for the day. So high minus low, and this is closing at 95% of this range. So very bullish candle. Expedia, for example, on the other hand, 29.59. So it basically, as I said, it opened right here. Sorry, it didn't open right here. I misread that. I didn't see the dotted line. So it opened right here, made the move up, and then closed right here. But we are comparing this high to this low, and in relation from this high to this low, it closed right about here. So let me just close right here. Sorry. So let's just draw that. It's now a trend line, it's a price level. So this is the high, this is the low, and this is the close. So as you can see, it opened the high and the low and the close, and this is about 29 to 30% from the entire range. So the range is from here to here, and we're closing right here. So basically, this is what I'm looking at. This is my setup. This is how I trade them on the intraday chart. But as I said, you might not need this at all if you're working or you don't have the time to watch the charts all day and so forth and so forth and so forth. Just do the alerts. Alternatively, even if you cannot watch your phone or your computer during the day and you cannot trade during the day, but you can spend like 10 minutes just going over the alerts at the end of the day. Just have those on a sheet of paper. At the end of the day, just quickly scroll over them and see what broke the level, what not. Check for volume. If there's volume, just buy it and place your stop loss at the low of the day. So for example, if you're looking at CVS, again, you can just see this. There's like volume, not really, so I'll just skip on that. But if you decide to trade, you buy it at the closing and you place your stop loss right here. So you still have something like this candle was well, you're trading the closing price of 108.50 and the lowest price was 107.34. So you still have like $1.70 for a risk. Not too much. You're definitely sometimes going to miss on some trades, but believe me, there are times when you'll be really thankful that you waited for the close of the day, because a perfectly bullish candle might turn into candle like this in 5 minutes. And then you'll be like, well, why didn't I wait for the close? So there are trade-offs for both styles. I prefer the intraday, but you can do any one of those two. So guys, this is how I'll treat the alerts that I post. If you have any question, please let me know on Discord. And if you have any other topics that you want to discuss with me, please shoot me some messages and I'll be happy to make the videos. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in chat. Bye-bye.